tight. Guard the doors both day and night. Passwords strong like shields of gold. Love and wisdom shared in bold. Protect our circle, keep it clear. Online shadows lurking near. Guard your fire, don't let it slip. Family strong with cyber tips. Fishing lines in waters deep. Don't let them pull what you keep. Links they shine, but traps they weave. Trust your heart, don't be deceived. Protect our circle, keep it clear. Online shadows lurking near. Guard your fire, don't let it slip. Family strong with cyber tips. Every click we take, be wise.
What if you got a video call from your child, but it wasn't really them? Deepfakes are no longer sci-fi. They're family threats. Let's protect your home before it's too late, okay? Welcome to Family Cyber Tips Daily, where we help you protect what matters most in a connected world. Today's topic, deepfake scams. They're not just for celebrities, they're coming for families. Now, those who pay a lot of attention, and I suspect that's all of you, you would have known that we shared a video on one of the episodes about deepfakes and our kids. And we kind of gave you, inroads into how bad this thing is and why we should really step up. Usually when I'm addressing a comment or a question, I'm able to do it one to one, but it made so much sense to do another video, but a lot beefier, okay? So that all of you would benefit from it, okay? And that's why we're doing it. However, even if it was a redo or, what do they call it? Not remake, a rerun, I still won't apologize because it means there's someone that this information is for. But you'll be happy to know that this is a lot better, a lot fuller, and addresses the family as a whole. So please pay attention, all right? As we do, we look at several areas, and we're going to start. It'd be nice if I sit properly, because that's going to distract me no end. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to look at is the definition of terms. It's important that we make it clear what a deep fake is, okay? A deep fake is a fake video or voice that looks and sounds just like someone you know. Scammers use AI to clone faces, voices, even your child's or your pastor's, to trick you. And that can't be something that we sleep, peacefully when we know this is going on. So we've got to be on our guard and make sure that we are paying attention, okay? I've said that the rogue is not letting off. Neither are we. So we're raising our game and making sure that we are making ourselves available for our young ones, okay? So that's the reality. There's no painting it or, coloring it. It's fact that people out for us, the family, okay? And we can protect ourselves and sleep well at night, okay? The second section that we're going to look at, or area at least, it will be real stories and real threats, okay? Real stories and real threats. Voice messages that sound like their child asking for help. Yeah? And that can't be a good thing. So parents, have received emergency voice messages that sound like their child asking for help. Grandparents have seen fake video calls from loved ones asking for money. And if you doubt me, one of these pictures, or I call it a carousel, will show you that even grandpas and grandmas are getting stung. Okay, like this next video, or rather picture, is showing the guy on the other side of the world asking for money. Okay, so these are real. They're not things that we can take for granted. Okay, real stuff. Like I said, parents have received emergency voice messages that just sound exactly like their children, and you can do it. In fact, truth be told, and always tell the truth, the next kids edition of Family Cyber Tips Daily, I'm going to try and animate it. Okay, at the moment, if you've watched it, there's stills with a voiceover, but I'm going to look to animate it and use another voice. You can clone voices. It's so easy to do and believable too, like you're hearing me say. Okay, so grandpas are being affected, parents are being affected. The grandpa is being deceived into releasing money, and parents basically are being held at ransom, by these rogues asking for money because they claim to have your child in a compromising position. And this, like I've mentioned, are just deep fakes. Okay, some families have already lost thousands. The testimonies are unending. So these are things that are happening. They're real threats and they're real stories. I'm not making this up. Okay. Red flags to look out for whilst we go to the next section. I want us to be on top. Okay. We really have to be on top. So how do we stop a deep fake? How do we spot a deep fake? Red flags to look out for: blurry facial movements or unnatural blinking. Yeah. But even that, even as I've told you that now, but I'm convinced that it's, even as we've just finished speaking, they've added another tweak that will make that even better. Okay, there was a time it was just images. Now they've gone into video, and it was awkward initially, but now they've stepped up. Really, they have stepped up. So that you can't paint this. A blurry facial movement or natural facial movement or blinking could just be the sign, the red flag that you need to know that it's a deep fake. Backgrounds that don't quite match. We mentioned this at the last time we start talking about this. Okay, things are just moving awkwardly. Something is not right. Urgent emotional pressure in the message. Do it now. Time is of the essence. You don't have any chance to ask verifying questions because they're rushing you. It's most likely a deep fake, and these are real and at times very obvious red flags. But when in doubt, verify outside the message. Call back on a known number and see if this person or these people are legit. Okay? It's so much. But at least I've given you just a few. This should help you identify those red flags and spot the deep fake from miles away. Okay? Another area, and it's going to be the last area that we are going to look at, is what you can do as a parent and caregiver. Most of you just queue up for this particular section. I joke. Of course, you need the information, and then on what you can do is just a good way to end it. So I'm telling you, these are the risks. This is what you need to do, and it just gets you going. All right. So what can you do today? Education is king. Educate your family, especially your kids and the older ones, the elders amongst you, because These are the two that have been identified as vulnerable. The crook has highlighted that they can, play games with kids, play games with the elderly amongst us. Yeah. And they're ready to scam. They don't have, this is my conclusion anyway, anyone that feasts off a kid or an elderly, the vulnerable, is there's something wrong up there, and we pray for them. Pray that they'll leave their ways and go and get an honest job. It is really, really heartbreaking. All right. So educate the family. Let them know there are things to do, And you saw one of the carousels, the pictures in the carousel, and I don't want to just go to another one without actually getting it right this time. I believe it's, can't find it. Where is it? Would it be this one? No. Yes, that one. That one there. So as part of the education, if you have a secret password, and that's what that is, safe word is Jericho, share that with your family. All right. For example, if you share a password and only your family members know that password, if you get a phone call like the one I mentioned and you want to verify, if you ask for the password and you don't get it, then that lets you know that something is up. Do you understand? So it's important to educate them. And just like you have plans for safety if you in the event of a fire, similarly, you can do this. That's how bad it is. And I think I mentioned it then. So I'm mentioning it again. You've got to have these plan Bs, plans of action that will help you frustrate the rogue, because they have you have information the rogue does not have. Okay? Very important. Set up family safe words like the one that I've just mentioned for emergencies. It will really, really help you. Okay? Don't respond emotionally. Always double check the source. Okay? And it's so painful that we can't be ourselves. You want to be able to do things and be, organic. But because you're on the digital space, really, it's difficult. You've just got to be, at times, even wooden. And it's so boring. You've got to be putting pegs here, firewalls there and all that, when you just want to have a chilling time, a chill out time. Okay? So don't go emotional. If you need to double check. Most of us are so polite and so polite and have decent etiquette. And so you feel bad doing some things, but these rogues are getting you to, do these things, or getting you into this space where you're not being yourself. It is really, really annoying, but don't respond emotionally. If there's one place you can't afford to do it, is on the digital space, okay? Report fake content to the platform where you discover it, okay? And most vendors now are mandated to have reporting tools. So just go there, block, and then report. Make sure you do. And if they're using a phone to call you, use caller ID verification tools where possible. Okay? So much, really so much to share, so little time. All right? I don't know where they let off, but we know we're not going to. We're just going to keep at what we're doing, educating ourselves, informing ourselves. God has not given us a spirit of fear. So we've got to use a lot of things in our hands to protect our kids from the rogue who means harm. Okay? Yes, the future is here, but so is our wisdom. And I'll urge you to stay alert and stay safe. Okay? Don't forget to like this content if indeed you got value, and make sure you share it with a family member that needs to hear it today. Okay? I've been your host, Lawrence Edem, until tomorrow evening. Those who know. God bless and goodbye.